So this is how it all ends, with that in the White House, while the whole world burns to ashes.
Ingersoll Lockwood, who was born in August 1841 and died in September 1918, was an American lawyer and writer.
President Trump has made no secret of how much he loves his new jumbo jet that was gifted to him by the Qatari government. So why is he now taking the old version of Air Force One again? That's the question that a lot of reporters are asking today, especially after the president flew on the new plane to the NATO summit in Turkey, but flew back from Turkey on the NATO summit on the old version of Air Force One. The president said that the new Qatari jet was being sent ahead of time to a military base in the United Kingdom so members of the United States military could tour it and see just exactly what it looks like on the inside.
The Atari Space Invaders are here. Now you can play the world's most popular arcade game in your own home. Space Age action on your own TV screen. Plus, all the excitement of a Western shootout. All the fun of basketball. The drama of an air-sea battle. More games than any other video computer system. Atari, out of this world action from your nearest stockist now. Atari, great ideas from Ingersoll.
He wrote children's novels, including the Baron Trump novels in 1889 and 1893, as well as the dystopian novel 1900 or The Last President in 1896. He also wrote a play and several nonfiction works. He wrote some of his nonfiction under the pseudonym Irwin Longman. Lockwood was born in Ossining, New York, the son of Munson Ingersoll and Sarah Lewis Lockwood. Munson Lockwood, like his two older brothers, Ralph and Albert, was a lawyer. However, Munson primarily achieved prominence during his military service and civic activism. He was a general in the New York State Militia and commandant of its 7th Brigade. Scenes of New York militias featured strongly in his son's book 1900 or The Last President. A great admirer of the Hungarian statesman and freedom fighter Lajos Kossuth, Manson actively raised funds for him in New York. Freedom fighters and European heroes such as Baron Trenck made an immense impact on Lockwood and other writers of the time. Austrian guerrilla leader in the 1700s, skilled at hit-and-run attacks, Baron Franz von der Treck was listed as one of Tom Sawyer's heroes by Mark Twain. He was also highly thought of by Ingersoll Lockwood. Trenck's mummified remains can presently be seen on display in the crypt of Brno's Capuchin Monastery. Lockwood's father was also one of the founders of Ossining's First Bank and Dale Cemetery, where Ingersoll would later be buried, and served as the warden of Sing Sing Prison from 1850 to 1855. Lockwood had two brothers, Henry Clay Lockwood, named for his father's friend, Henry Clay, and Howard Lockwood. Like his father and uncles, Ingersoll Lockwood trained as a lawyer, although his first official position was as a diplomat. In 1862, he was appointed consul to the Kingdom of Hanover by Abraham Lincoln. At the time, he was the youngest member of the U.S. consular force and served in that post for 4 years. This was a good place for an American to be during the bloody Civil War. The terms of the Congress of Vienna in 1814 not only restored Hanover, but elevated it to an independent kingdom with its prince-elector, George III of the United Kingdom, as King of Hanover. The new kingdom was also greatly expanded and became the 4th largest state in the German Confederation, behind Prussia, Austria, and Bavaria, and the 2nd largest in northern Germany. During Lockwood's tenure, the Kingdom of Hanover was enjoying peace after an attempted coup in 1848. In 1866, when Lockwood left his post, the Kingdom of Hanover attempted to maintain a neutral position, along with some other member states of the German Confederation. Hanover's vote in favor of the mobilization of Confederation troops against Prussia in 1866 prompted Prussia to declare war. The outcome of the war led to the dissolution of Hanover as an independent kingdom, which was annexed by the Kingdom of Prussia and became the Prussian province of Hanover. Along with the rest of Prussia, it became part of the German Empire in 1871. This was the international chaos that Lockwood left behind when he returned to New York City in 1866.
Napoleon, Alexander the Great, Donald Trump. We're all cut from the same cloth.
Coat of arms of Donald Trump. What does it actually represent?
Well, this is rather interesting, actually. This is arcane Scottish heraldic law providing evidence of Donald Trump's deep Anglophilia, I would say, and also touches upon the royal prerogative. There we have the double-headed eagle representing his Scottish Germanic heritage.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
The man known as William Butcher is an enemy of the state. And just like his accomplices, he's going to face justice.
Everything is about to change.
You're going to be crushed if you don't elect me. The reason I've come to address the Bitcoin community today can be summed up in two very simple words: America first. If crypto is going to define the future, I want to be mined, minted, and made in the USA. It's going to be. It's not going to be made anywhere else. On day one, I will fire Gary Gensler. Whoa.
Is about to launch a new form of digital ID that means you'll never have to hand over your personal details to anyone again. It will all be stored in the Service New South Wales app on your phone, which will prove you are who you say you are.
Scanning his licence, passport and Medicare card, in less than 3 minutes, the minister proves he really is Victor Dominello.
This is unquestionably the Holy Grail.
Number 8, we will finally complete the biometric entry-exit visa tracking system, which we need desperately.
This is your first look at the state's new digital ID.
This is a huge step forward in giving back people control over their data, control over their identity.
Personal credentials will be stored on your device.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
Who are you? One moment, I was Jack Orion.
Funny how your memory leaves you right after you're born. It can take decades sometimes for people to even remember who they are or why they're here.
Do you believe that the universe is infinite? Open your mind, Jack. You can become whoever it is you want to be.
Once you wake up, you can't come back.
If the prophecies are correct, he is Kalki. And if he is Kalki, you must terminate him.
Jack, wake up.
How can I become as good as you?
This will help.
Are you ready to wake up?
Thought I was awake.
If I succeed, then the human race can return to a time of splendor, time of wealth, time of happiness. This is a revolution of the spirit. What if they don't want to hear the truth?
They don't, Jack. What do you think we're sending you?
The world is on the verge of global change. The speed of data transmission has increased by multiples of millions. The rate of globally significant events and that of discoveries and crises is growing exponentially. Our civilization is like an uncaptained ship sailing on rough seas with neither chart nor compass, all the while moving faster and faster. The time we have to make the right decisions is shorter and shorter. We are facing the choice to fall into a new dark age, into affliction and degradation, or to find a new model for human development and create not simply a new civilization, but a new mankind. Historic crises show that to break the deadlock, we need technological revolution. It is clear that today's revolution will also require the deepest social transformation. The world's community and leaders should encourage mankind, instead of wasting resources on solving momentary problems, to focus on the technologies of the future: nanotechnology, biotechnology, information technology, cognitive technology, genetics and robotics. Doing so will allow us to find new sources of energy, create fundamentally new architecture and transportation, allow unprecedented developments of human cognitive abilities, refine artificial intelligences and brain-computer interfaces, simulate complex systems, create humanoid robots and cyborgs, and with the help of nanorobots, we may develop manageable matter. Find ways to transfer one's personality to an artificial carrier. Yet what we need is not just another technological revolution, but a new civilizational paradigm. We need new philosophy and ideology, new ethics, new culture and new psychology, and even new metaphysics. We must reset our limits, go beyond ourselves, beyond the Earth, and beyond the solar system. This is an adequate response to the challenges of our time. Thus, new reality and future man will arise. Could it happen spontaneously, by itself? Unlikely. Humanity does not have a master plan of its development. It seeks stability. It lives in the present and does not plan. It preserves the status quo and tries to escape development. It does not tend to map future centuries and take responsibility for evolution. In consumer society's culture, there is no evolutionary vocabulary and rhetoric.
No IDs need to be handed over. And that means keeping your address and birth date to yourself. If you need to hire a car, rent a property, set up a bank account, check into a hotel, or prove you're over 18 to buy alcohol or attend an event. But how can it trust you are who you say you are? Well, you'll need to take a selfie, which will be cross-checked against other forms of ID you've submitted, and when there's a match, you're good to go.
Together, we are expanding access to transportation. Seems like maybe it's a small issue, it's a big issue. You need to get to go and need to be able to get where you need to go to do the work and get home.
For years, Congress has required biometric entry-exit visa tracking systems, but it has never been completed. The politicians are all talk, no action, never happens, never happens.
Just put your hand under the scanner so I can verify your career chip. Calcutta, we have a problem.
Delivery boy, I must have mixed up the chips. It's a simple...
Oh, here's our cryogenic counselor.
In my administration, we will ensure that this system is in place. And I will tell you, it will be on land, it will be on sea, it will be in air. We will have a proper tracking system. I will appoint a new SEC chairman who believes America should build the future, not block the future, which is what they're doing. I am announcing that if I am elected, it will be the policy of my administration, United States of America, to keep 100% of all the Bitcoin the U.S. government currently holds or acquires into the future.
I think it's very important, as you have heard from so many incredible leaders, for us at every moment in time, and certainly this one, to see the moment in time in which we exist and are present, and to be able to contextualize it, to understand where we exist in the history and in the moment as it relates not only to the past but the future.
What a cool place to have all that happening right by one of the two islands in Paris as the individual with the torch is taking the torch on a zip line.
Flying! That is so cool! Oh,
All this
Mission Impossible, y'all!
all this happening right around.
To break the deadlock, the Russia 2045 movement was founded. It is a mega project intended to reach new heights and meanings. We intend to create a new vector for civilization, aimed at constant human development and evolution. As happened with the mega projects of the last century, the nuclear and the space programs, we integrate the latest discoveries and developments from the sciences: physics, energetics, aeronautics, bioengineering, nanotechnology, neurology, cybernetics, cognitive science. May everlasting spiritual ideals and values help us avoid going astray. Our project will give new meanings to the millions of people on Earth, will become a result of their joint creativity, and will lead us out of the impasse. Away from the murder of nature and physical death, forward to the realm of freedom and creativity, to the depths of the ocean and to the stars, to the infinite universe of our inner world. Our forecast for the next 40 years. February 2012. Global Future 2045 Congress is held in Moscow. It is a debate platform for discussion of our civilization's prospects for development. 2012 to 2013, the global economic and social crises are exacerbated. The debates on the global paradigm of future development intensifies. New transhumanist movements and parties emerge. Russia 2045 transforms into World 2045. Simultaneously, the 2045.com international social network for open innovation is expanding. Here, anyone interested may propose a project, take part in working on it, or fund it, or both. In the network, there are scientists, scholars, researchers, financiers, and managers. 2013 to 2014. New centers working on cybernetic technologies for the development of radical life extension rise. The race for immortality starts. 2015 to 2020, the Avatar is created. A robotic human copy controlled by thought via brain-computer interface. It becomes as popular as a car. In Russia and in the world appear, in testing mode, several breakthrough projects. Android robots to replace people in manufacturing tasks. Android robot servants for every home. Thought-controlled avatars to provide telepresence in any place of the world and abolish the need for business trips. Flying cars. Thought-driven mobile communications built into the body or sprayed onto the skin. 2020 to 2025. An autonomous system providing life support for the brain and allowing it interaction with the environment is created. The brain is transplanted into an Avatar B. With Avatar B, man receives new, expanded life. 2025. The new generation of avatars provides complete transmission of sensations from all 5 sensory robot organs to the operator.
Crazy drunk driver.
It's up to us to see this through.
I don't think you want to do this.
Get out of my way.
Homelander needs to die. That's it, whatever it takes.
If everybody goes through with this, thousands will die.
What have you done?
Scorched earth.
The tentacles reached far back into the last century. But it wasn't until victories in Europe and Japan and the onset of the Cold War that political and economic conditions became perfect for actual execution. A conspiracy bigger and more secret than the Manhattan Project.
More odious and far-reaching.
No sooner had we defeated Germany than a new threat started appearing in skies over America. Drawn to Earth by the latest threat to extinction, the H-bomb. Explosions acting as transducers, drawing alien life forms through wormholes in spaceships using electrogravitic propulsion. Advanced extraterrestrial species visiting us, concerned for mankind and the threat of our self-destruction, forestalling our annihilation through their own self-sacrifice, and crashes at Roswell, more importantly, places like Aztec. World leaders signed secret memos directing scientific studies of alien technology and biochemistry. Classified studies were done at military installations S4, Groom Lake, Wright-Patterson, and Dulce. Extracting alien tissue. Tests were done on unsuspecting human subjects. And elaborately staged abductions in craft using alien technology recovered from the down saucers. Including human hybridization through gene editing and forced implantation of alien embryos.
Why do such a thing and lie about it? Our own government.
Your own government lies as a matter of course, as a matter of policy. The Tuskegee experiments on black men in the 30s, Henrietta Lacks.
What are they trying to do?
That's the missing piece.
But it's not hard to imagine a government hiding, hoarding alien technology for 70 years at the expense of human life and the future of the planet. Driven not only by corporate greed, but a darker objective.
The takeover of America.
And then the world itself, by any means necessary, however violent, or cruel, or efficient. By severe drought, brought on by weather wars, conducted secretly using aerial contaminants and high-altitude electromagnetic waves. In a state of perpetual war. To create problem, reaction, solution scenarios to distract, enrage, and enslave American citizens at home. With tools like the Patriot Act and the National Defense Authorization Act, which abridge the Constitution in the name of national security. The militarization of police forces in cities across the U.S., the building of prison camps by the Federal Emergency Management Agency with no stated purpose, the corporate takeover of food and agriculture, pharmaceuticals and healthcare, even the military in clandestine agendas to fatten, dull, sicken, and control a populace already consumed by consumerism.
And I encourage you all to go shopping more.
A government that taps your phone, collects your data, and monitors your whereabouts with impunity. A government preparing to use that data against you when it strikes. And the final takeover begins.
The takeover of America.
By a well-oiled and well-armed multinational group of elites that will cull, kill, and subjugate.
Happening as we sit here.
It's happening all around us.
The other shoe waiting to drop.
It'll probably start on a Friday. The banks will announce a security action necessitating their computers to go offline all weekend.
Digital money will disappear.
They can just steal your money?
Followed by the detonation of strategic electromagnetic pulse bombs to knock out major grids.
What will seem like an attack on America by terrorists or Russia.
Or a simulated alien invasion using alien replica vehicles that exist and are already in use.
An alien invasion of the U.S.
The Russians tried it in '47.
You can't say these things.
I'm going to say them tomorrow.
It's fear-mongering, claptrap isolationist techno-paranoia so bogus and dangerous and stupid that it borders on treason. Saying these things would be incredibly irresponsible.
It's irresponsible not to say it.
Especially if it's the truth.
All right, buddy, good luck.
Thanks for the lift.
All right, man. Confidence, right?
Yeah.
All right, go get him.
I have to go.
Can I come?
Why? Why?
You know, for like moral support. I just want to be there for you.
Well, I can't stop you.
Oh, all right, great. Your hair looks nice.
Thanks. Hey, will you wait for me when I do it and then we can go back to Staten Island together?
Yeah, of course. How long are you going to be?
3.5 hours?
All right.
Really?
Yeah, I'll go figure something out.
I've had property on Staten Island. In fact, when I grew up during the summers, I used to work on Staten Island. My father had Grimes Hill. It was in the Grimes Hill section, which a couple of you folks know about, right? But the Grimes Hill section of Staten Island, which is really nice. And I love Staten Island and Tyson's Park. And I worked on Staten Island for 4 summers. I love it. It's a great piece. The greatest people. These people are incredible people.
Here, live on Monday Night Raw. Hey, look at this! Donald Trump! Donald Trump! Donald Trump taking down Mr. Oh my God! The hostile takeover of Donald Trump.
Could this be America's last election if Donald Trump wins? Listen to what the former president told a Christian group at the Turning Point USA Believers Summit in West Palm Beach. The former president telling the crowd that if they re-elect him to the White House, they won't have to worry about voting ever again.
And again, Christians, get out and vote just this time. You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years, you know what? It'll be fixed. It'll be fine. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian.
2030 to 2035. Rebrain. The colossal project of brain reverse engineering is implemented. World science comes very close to understanding the principles of consciousness. 2035. The first successful attempt to transfer one's personality to an alternative carrier. The epoch of cybernetic immortality begins. 2040 to 2050. Bodies made of nanorobots that can take any shape arise alongside hologram bodies. 2045 to 2050. Drastic changes in social structure and in scientific and technological development. All the prerequisites for space expansion are established. For the man of the future, war and violence are unacceptable. The main priority of his development is spiritual self-improvement. A new era dawns. The era of neo-humanity.
This is the Oasis. It's a place where the limits of reality are your own imagination. People come to the Oasis for all the things they can do, but they stay because of all the things they can be. I'm here talking to all of you now because our future's being threatened. Go, go, go! I just came here to escape, but I found something much bigger than myself. I found my friends. I found love. And now, people have lost their lives. No.
This is war. We're in control of the future.
Find him. Welcome to the rebellion, Wade. You don't tell anyone who you are. You can't use your real name.
Lucifer, what is your problem?
Just that, sir.
Okay.
I'm a Christian, sir.
I'm pure and virtuous and wholesome and innocent. How can you say anything bad about me?
Sir, you need to be born again.
I am born again.
Now, did you just say that you were Lucifer?
I am Lucifer.
Okay, define Lucifer for me.
Pure, virtuous, wholesome, innocent individual that's out to help people.
Lucifer is?
Yeah.
Say that again. Lucifer is a pure, holy...
Virtuous.
Virtuous. Now, is he the Lucifer that God created?
That's the same one.
Oh, man, this is great. I'm going to put this on the internet.
Oh,
Amen.
God bless you,
Amen.
brother.
Because that's exactly what the Shriners and Masons teach, is that Lucifer is light.
No.
And you're
what about
confirming
those hospitals?
You know what, sir? Jesus said, many will say to me on that day, Lord, Lord, did we not do these good deeds in your name? And you'll say, away from me, you workers of iniquity, I never knew you.
Jesus said it?
In Matthew chapter 5.
Mercy.
No.
That's hard to believe.
So you're a Christian and you don't know that. Actually,
no, I really am.
I love you, Christians. I'm not Christian. I love you.
You are.
Because I'm pure and virtuous.
You're pure and virtuous, okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. In other words, you're perfect without Jesus, right?
No.
Okay, tell me about Jesus. Who is Jesus?
Well, he's my leader.
Is he the Son of God?
Yes, he is.
Is he the only worshipful master?
Yes.
Have you ever been called worshipful master?
No, because I've just been too busy. I've been working.
Working?
Been working to help people.
What
like
kind
you.
of work? Okay.
Get out of here.
See, this is what a Mason confesses, is that Lucifer is light.
Diplomacy with foreign nations features very strongly in Lockwood's book 1900 or The Last President. On his return, he established a legal practice in New York City with his older brother Henry. He published 1,000 legal don'ts and a play called Washington. Lockwood also published translations of French works such as Renan's St. Paul, and so appears to have spoken multiple languages according to his Library of Congress name authority file. By the 1880s, Lockwood had established a parallel career as a lecturer and writer. It was common for authors of the time to publish pamphlets and then go on the circuit advertising their thoughts from these pamphlets. In 1884, Lockwood married Winifred Wallace Tinker, a Pennsylvania native and graduate of Vassar College who was born in 1862 and was 21 years his junior. At this time, Ingersoll Lockwood decided to emulate the success of children's books by Lewis Carroll and J.M. Barrie and produced the Baron Trump novels. These are two children's novels written in 1889 and 1893. They remained obscure until 2017, when they received media attention for perceived similarities between their protagonist and U.S. President Donald Trump. Lockwood published the first novel, Travels and Adventures of Little Baron Trump and His Wonderful Dog Bulger, in 1889, and its sequel, Baron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey, in 1893.
And a very young man. This is a young man, he just turned 18. Oh, look at this. A very young man. He's now going to college, got into every college he wanted to, and he made his choice. And he's a very good guy, I'll tell you. You know, I'm not allowed to call them boy, but he is my boy. He's my boy. They're all my boys, right? When you have sons, you can be any age. They're your boy. They're always going to be. And he's a very special guy. Baron Trump. This is the first time he's ever been Baron.
The novels recount the adventures of the German boy Wilhelm Heinrich Sebastian von Trump, a similarly long name to Baron Franz von der Trink, who was one of the heroes Lockwood admired, who goes by Baron Trump, as he discovers weird underground civilizations, offends the natives, flees from entanglements with local women, and repeats the pattern until arriving at Castle Trump, which is on 5th Avenue in New York City.
Excuse me, where's the lobby?
Down the hall and to the left.
Thanks.
Don't forget, John is great, and she is a great gentleman. He's now president for life. President for life. No, he's great. Hey, look, he was able to do that. I think it's great. Maybe we'll have to give that a shot someday. He's the most powerful president in 100 years, person in the 100 years in China. And he treated us tremendously well when I went over there.
An 1891 reviewer wrote about one of Lockwood's novels, "The author labors through 300 pages of fantastic and grotesque narrative, now and then striking a spark of wit, but the sparks emit little light and no warmth, and one has to fumble for the story." Lockwood's writing style was much better suited to political fanfare, and his work 1900 or the Last President is exciting and well written. Baron Trump lives in a building named after himself, Castle Trump, while the real-life Donald Trump had lived in Trump Tower on Fifth Avenue for decades.
When Allen Dulles brought in all the Nazi scientists and so forth, they went to two places. They went to CIA and they went to the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, which in our world we call it not a space agency, which in our world we call it not a space agency. And as Kathy O'Brien has said so clearly, that's where the bulk of the mind control has.
What is this?
Newsreel film. It shows us winning the war.
But we didn't win the war.
Now we have a better world. There are those who seek to drag us all backward. We have arrested suspects smuggling subversive films.
That film shows the world not as it could be, but as it is.
It has to be about something more. I need answers.
They're scared. Scared this film could bring this whole thing tumbling down.
A film that shows another world? So what?
So that means that maybe the world can change. Take this. What is this?
It's a new film?
There's something different about this one.
Different how?
Furthermore, Donald Trump's youngest son's name is Baron Trump. The Trump family immigrated to the United States from Germany in the 1890s and started speculating in real estate in Seattle in 1891. Before 1918, they had begun to purchase real estate in Queens. The last name Trump would not have been an uncommon one for Longwood to use, and the first name Baron harks back to respected Austrian hero Baron Trenck, which Longwood would have known due to his tenure as ambassador to a German kingdom.
From a distance, Karlstadt looks like any other wine village in southern Germany. Everyone knows everyone else here, and people are proud of their local delicacies, stuffed pig stomach and wine made from regional grapes. But ever since a descendant of Karlstadt became the 45th President of the United States, longtime resident Angelika Bechtel tells us, things haven't been the same.
It is astonishing how Karlstadt is now of interest to the world press. A member of one of the right-wing parties demanded that we give Donald Trump an honorary citizenship.
Donald Trump's grandparents were both born here. And although the US president himself has never set foot in this village, many associate him with it.
We've received letters asking, how does your village feel about Trump? And a group of tourists have used our answer to decide whether or not to come to Karlstadt, and that bothers us. This is not what we were hoping for. We are a very open-minded village.
This is the house where Frederick Trump, Donald Trump's grandfather, was born and raised in the late 1800s. He lived here until he immigrated to the US. Frederick was 16 at the time, his father had just died, and he sailed off to New York on his own.
Frederick Trump returned to his native hometown many times, and on one of his trips, he married a local woman.
So this photo is of from 1902. It's a wedding picture of Friedrich Trump and Elisabeth Christ. They came back to Karlstadt and tried to move back to Germany, back to this village, which didn't really realize because Friedrich Trump didn't do the military service at that time. And there was a reason that the Bavarian government said that he's not allowed to go back and come back to Karlstadt.
At Karlstadt Cemetery, the legacy of the Trump family is everywhere. Had President Trump's grandfather not been deported back to the US, he may have been buried here too. And Donald Trump could even have been born and raised in this village.
My, what a peculiar place to have a party. You know, Dinah, we really shouldn't be doing this. After all, we haven't been invited, and curiosity often leads to trouble. Goodbye, Dinah. Goodbye.
I imagine that right now you're feeling a bit like Alice. Tumbling down the rabbit hole?
Lockwood and his wife Winifred were divorced in 1892. That same year, she married Edward Rodolph Jones, a lawyer by profession and a litterateur by avocation. He was described in current literature as Winifred's kind and most sympathetic literary advisor because she intended to be an authoress. Jones was also another diplomat. During President Cleveland's administration, he was selected as counsel for Venezuela in their boundary dispute with Great Britain.
Bang! 1, 2, 3! He's in! Patriots win the Super Bowl!
No one knows who the Patriots really are. Even my instructions come from a cutout.
But you're the president. You have power.
No, I'm just a figurehead.